Okay, sorry that took a few minutes. Child, let's talk about Blac Chyna. If you don't know who Blac Chyna is, she's got a long story. She was a stripper at an early age. Later she dated Machine Gun Kelly's Machine Gun Kelly. That was on page 6. Sorry. Later, she dated Rob Kardashian for a while. Um, they had a child together named Dream. She took the Kardashians to court because the reality show China and Rob did not get renewed. There were rumors she dated the rapper Tyga immediately after or during while they were dating. Kylie Jenner started dating Tyga. Now, Kylie was like 15 or 16, and Tyga was 24. Make of it what you will. They maintained that they were friends until her 18th birthday, at which time they went public with their relationship. China has been known to have angry outbursts out in public. I do believe that there are alleged rumors that she was involved in threesomes with T.I. and Tiny. If you don't know them, they are rappers also. And we're going to get into that, but this is what I really wanted to get into because her mother is called Tokyo Toni, and she's a little bit unstable herself. And she used to be a stripper as well. Am I recording here? Yes. Okay. And some of the dysfunction was shown on the show, but uh here's what her mother had to say today. Now, don't ask me how, but somehow, so since she got away from Rob, she really, she gained fame as a model in her younger days. She hasn't done much. She's not an actor. She's put out a couple songs. Well, apparently she won a Grammy, which I'm kind of surprised about, because she is not really um considered like a top artist or anything. So let's watch what her mother has to say.
So yeah, I texted her and told her, what is that? What are you doing? What is it? No response. Maybe if I said, oh, the dress was beautiful, maybe I would have got a response. It was terrible. And I just wish that whole day could just rewind and bring her back and put a nice golden dress on her with some blonde hair. We've been happy. It was
Okay, so she's talking about the dress that she wore to the Grammy Awards. It's kind of hard to understand what she's saying. She did not like the dress.
horrible. I think that outfit was horrendous. It was sickening. It was looks like a worship ceremony. She looked like Black Adam wife fell out the sky like a fallen angel. It was disgusting.
It looked like a worship ceremony. Wait till you see this dress. I don't know what kind of worship ceremony she's talking about, but she has a lot to say here.
Her eyes, it don't look like Blac Chyna. It just don't look like her at all. That dress, I could have came and took it off her myself. I believe she do deserve the trolling because it's well deserved. The Grammys should be, you should be dressed very, very elegant.
So, a lot of people rag on Tokyo Toni. She's kind of got it going on though, like in a lot of ways. She has a lot of common sense. She's just had a hard life. And what she said, the Grammy should be very, very elegant. And she said her daughter deserves the trolling.
Very pretty, real wifey like, and you're not getting the award, but you're supposed to dress as if you are. And it was just terrible. I wouldn't wish that dress on anybody in the world. It looks like the devil.
It looks like the devil. All right. So her relationship with Rob was not good. He was accused of putting out revenge pee on her. There was a big case about that. So here's what she looked like at the Grammys. Now, overall, she is a very pretty black woman. And I'll see if they have. Here's a little bit of the song that won her a Grammy. I don't even think that's her singing. I've never heard the song. I don't listen to. But this is the other video that her mother put out. That is pretty concerning. Tokyo Toni with a few things to say about her daughter, Blac Chyna. Tokyo claims that the Illuminati has China and says she feels marked for death. Now, don't forget.
Touch me! Okay, because I won't touch you!
When Illuminati comes.
Now, don't forget, she was with Rob Kardashian for a long time, who is Kim Kardashian's brother. Kim Kardashian was married to Kanye West, whose mother died. I've gone through the list of Reddit of people who have had loved ones whose mothers have or whose families members have died before. I can go through it again at another time. But Tokyo Toni, I feel bad. And here's what she had to say.
Seriously, because that's fine.
When Illuminati come for Angela, because they gonna come. They gonna come. There's nothing I can do. I don't ever want to go around my daughter again. Not alone. Not without 2 pistols and a pit bull. I feel marked for death.
All right. She's saying she doesn't ever want, she calls her Angela. I don't ever want to go around her again when the Illuminati comes for her. She feels marked for death. Now, if you know anything about the way that the Illuminati is said to work, the stars usually end up having a loved one close to them die, often murdered in mysterious circumstances. And I should bring up the Reddit list, like from Michael Jordan. I even have a clip of Kanye talking about it. Bill Cosby, all kinds of different people. Jennifer Hudson, like Whitney Houston's daughter. So anyway, here we go.
With her. Because they do these things so they can get up.
They do these things so they can get up.
Oh, my mama died. She never. Only when the Lord ready. And I got things to do out here. Young. I'm saying right now. China. You are done out here. They gonna get you.
You are done out here. They're going to get you. Know, I think there are rumors that Tokyo Toni does have some issues with substance abuse. I'm not sure for sure. But she's freaking out about this Grammy win, the dress.
They gonna get you next. Don't say I didn't say it. I'm gonna prepare for it. I really am. They're gonna tear her down. They're gonna put her on drugs. She don't speak up for herself. She don't do it. She sit in that house like a hermit.
Okay, so they're gonna tear her down, they're gonna put her on drugs. I don't know why they said she sits in that house like a hermit. And she seems to get out fairly often from what I see, but I don't know.
I'm just done with it. I'm definitely afraid of her. I swear to God, she would sacrifice me for more. What is she doing at the Grammys? For what? You ain't dead.
So that's what she said. What is she doing at the Grammys? For what? You didn't do shit.
I can't complete nothing with a week. I'm coming out my feelings, and when I come out my feelings this time, I ain't gonna worry about King. I ain't gonna worry about Dream. I'm not gonna worry
King and Dream, those are China's two kids.
about Angela. I'm gonna get my soul right.
She's gonna, so I don't know what she said. I'm gonna come out this time. So I don't know if she's in rehab or what the deal is.
When the Illuminati come for Angela.
Now, I'm gonna try to see if I can find. There have been a lot of recordings of angry ass outbursts with China in the past. I honestly don't care for Blac Chyna, but for her mama to constantly get on social media and bash her when the check doesn't clear. I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm just concerned about what she had to say about the Illuminati song. So here she is, I guess, at a past award ceremony, little Egyptian flair going on. She's kind of trying to, not sure if she's Amber Rose or Nicki Minaj, I guess. Okay. So let's talk a little bit more. I'm scrolling to see if I can find any other clips. Here's the pictures of her. Here she's at the
When we saw your outfit,
Grammys.
what is this? Give us inspiration.
The inspiration is basically, I feel like it's a part of my story. The Phoenix, you know?
And speaking of your story, you've evolved so much. What has been the highlight of 2022 for you?
The highlight for 2022, me being baptized. I think that was my highlight. Yeah.
Looks
Her being baptized. So what exactly was she baptized into, one might ask. Here she is on the red carpet. She kind of looks like a duck to me. See, this is Blac Chyna. Look, I mean, there was pictures of her at Disneyland attacking people. Anyway, I'm going to read this story. Not that story, this story. This was recently in October. Blac Chyna, whose real name is Angela Renee White, has fired off a cease and desist letter to a TikToker who claimed that the model was trying to kidnap and sex traffic her. The legal letter sent by Chyna's attorney to Ava Louise blasts the social media star for making false, extreme, and outrageous statements. She has claimed that Blac Chyna held me hostage, and I'm pretty sure she was trying to sex traffic me, and I was getting trafficked. I don't know if I've already covered this story. So I'm not even going to read what the writers had to say. This is Louise. And she actually gained fame in the past because she spread the fake rumor that Kanye West and Jeffree Star were hooking up, which was a lie. So she's a little bit of a attention seeker. In fact, did you admit in one of the TikTok videos that you intentionally made up the Kanye West? This is a letter from the lawyer. It appears Louise may have gotten 34-year-old Chyna's legal memo, as none of the videos in question appear on her TikTok account any longer. So this is what she claimed. She's a very pretty girl. She claimed that she was invited over to, I'm surprised they don't cover any of this. She was invited over to Blac Chyna's house, and Blac Chyna held her there for like 12 hours every time she tried to leave. She wouldn't let her leave. She was on the phone with someone else, talking about coming to get her. Said she drank like a whole bottle of whiskey while she was there and was essentially holding her hostage. And She had her tracker on her phone. I guess she took her phone away from her. It was a big long story, and of course the story's not here now. But this is also one of Blac Chyna'S friends that was actually in the Blac Chyna show doing a tell-all interview. Apparently she never signed an NDA. She talks a lot about a lot of things here, about the Kardashians, about Kylie, and I thought this part was interesting. Let me make sure I'm still sharing my audio with you guys. Okay.
On the internet does China use drugs? I don't know what she does right now, but China had a long time before she admitted to me using drugs. But I do know that she has used drugs.
What type of drugs did she tell you she used?
I mean, it's what type of drug can you not get in LA? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that it's nothing that you can't get in LA.
Okay, so this girl talks about how they made friends. She's from the East Coast, and she made friends with China. She ended up moving out here and basically talked about the scene in LA, that everybody is like kind of like sleeping with everybody else. And it's just a crazy kind of an atmosphere. She talks a lot about China and how China kind of completely changed her attitude to try to make friends with the Kardashians. But here we go.
There's a whole lot of drugs that that I've never even tried before, like Adderall and different things like that. People pop Adderalls. I've never had one before, you know what I'm saying? But like we sit like back in the day, I've definitely popped a Molly before. So I know what that would sit and be like. But people would sit and say, that's like taking cocaine or whatever. So I guess if you want to put it like that, you could say I've done cocaine before if you want to say in a Molly.
Okay, I don't think Molly and cocaine are anywhere near related. Molly is like ecstasy, which is like kind of like a psychedelic, whereas cocaine is like a stimulant.
But definitely I've seen the drug abuse, you know what I'm saying? So
Are a lot of her relationships, because you see her pop up with different men and stuff, and they change. And I get it. Like she's a pretty girl, she's a lot of guys' fantasy. Are these transactions or are these real relationships?
I think it's a demon, to be honest.
What you mean a demon?
I think she has a sex demon. Like, like how they sitting and like, like Eric Benet can sit and say he's addicted to sex,
So I thought that was pretty interesting. This girl is not holding anything back. And, after the ritual that we saw at the Grammys, I think there might be a lot of demons in Hollywood.
I'm saying, but for a girl to say it, it would be, she's a hoe, you know what I'm saying? Or, whatever, so have you. But I mean, China has money just like any celebrity. If she want to trick off, then she tricks off. You know what I'm saying? Like if she want to do something with a nigga, if she want to buy him something for it, niggas do it. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what she want to do and that's her forte, if she's single and she want to live that lifestyle, then that's her thing. But
you wouldn't think that.
So I think they're talking about her turning tricks here.
China would have to pay anybody.
You wouldn't know.
Or paying people to have sex with her.
To have sex with her.
She don't have to pay, no, but I think that it's more so a control thing. China is a control freak. Like, I think ultimately that's what it is. That's why if you pay attention, she does not be successful with any men that have a head on their shoulders or any powerfulness within themselves. She likes little niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like a gigolo. Like a nigga that's a gigolo will probably.
So, and that's what it sounded like that night in the hotel with the girl who was getting trafficked. Like she totally took control of this girl and was not letting her leave her house. Like, I don't know how you cannot leave someone's house, but she was talking about how she these people do live in gated communities with gated houses and gated driveways. So I could see how it might be hard to get out.
because she could step all on them. You know what I'm saying? And tell them what to do and all of that type of stuff. But no real man is going to want a woman like that. And I've had these.
I know that she chooses her baby daddies quite wisely. So.
Oh yeah, those. But you know, to be honest, she ain't choose them. You know, come on, man, Tasha. You know, in life, and especially as Black women, we don't choose no man. That man chooses us. We decide if we want to stay on that. And that's 100%. And I learned that as far as in my healing aspects with my yoni eggs and everything. And I tell all of my ladies that, you don't.
So I have to stop this every so often so I don't get copyrighted. And I'm not going to play a whole lot. I just did want to play that demon part, but this is pretty interesting to listen to.
Choose your mate. You decide if you're going to stay with him or not. So yeah, you have a choice or you have a decision in the matter. But if China had a choice, she would still be with Tyga.
Oh wow.
She didn't have a choice in that matter. It was Tyga.
You think so?
I'm positive. How could she have had a choice? Tyga put her out. He put her out. She had to go.
For a 15-year-old.
No, that 15-year-old would be Kylie Jenner. It's kind of weird that her baby daddy left her for a 15-year-old girl, and then China ends up marrying that or getting together and having a baby with that girl's brother. It was just weird. It was covered on the show how it was so awkward for the family. If you watch the show, I know a lot of people don't.
Damn.
I mean, or it
like
could...
he literally like where was the baby at the time when he put her out?
Probably in the house with him. I mean, but I'm positive he didn't just put King out. They've always had a nanny. You know what I'm saying? So Nanny Joy or one of the nannies was definitely there. So King was good. But I remember, initially, a couple of times when she had first moved from with him, which was still when King was very small. She had an apartment. She had moved into an apartment downtown.
So, both of her children are extremely well behaved, I must say. You could see in the show how violent she was towards Rob, throwing things. There have been multiple episodes if you Google online. So anyway, that's the story about China. I just wanted to cover the part about the Illuminati that I found interesting. Her mother is very fearful, and I will do more shows about this kind of stuff in the future. Hopefully YouTube sometimes likes it and sometimes doesn't. Anyway, please hit like, subscribe if you want to support the channel. The links are down below, and have a great day, guys.